Your Excellency, let me also remind you about our plea for a bus for our senior high school, which we have been trumpeting, whose staff and students are still waiting and hoping. The school is in dire need of a bus to facilitate some of these activities. Your Excellency, the position I hold as a paramount chief of this area is a position of trust and hope. Organizations as well as individuals trust that if they explain their problems to me, I will be able to get it across to those at the top for this. Your Excellency, you know I live for the people and cannot deny them access to reach me or you. On hearing about your visits, 2 more issues have been brought to me to pass on to you, and I don't envy you at all. First is a letter to me from the Ghana Prison Service appealing for a bus for the Navrongo Central Prison. They indicated that the lack of a bus at the station creates frustration on both officers and inmates whenever inmates are billed for court cases in Bolga or Sandwich or any other national assignment. In these situations, they struggle to obtain the bus from other institutions, sometimes to no avail. Second is an appeal from the Navrongo Senior High School. They have concerns about 2 contractors who have stopped working because of contract issues. The first contractor is my 10 company, which is asphalting the campus roads. Asphalting has stopped due to non-payment for certificates they have presented to enable them to continue with the work. The second contractor is INSA Ghana Limited. He is a contractor building a classroom block. He has the money to continue, but he needs the contract sum reviewed upwards because of the current situation to enable him to be able to continue with the work. Please help us. Your Excellency, I have told those who sent the appeals, and I'm telling all of us here now that to help make it much easier for you to help us get through these appeals, we all need to work hard and pray to ensure that your wishes are met. Now, my stake on election 2024. To all politicians, I am pleading with you to avoid hate speech and insults. Let us do our campaigns in a peaceful manner and be careful with what comes out of our mouths when we mount platforms. I can feel it that the atmosphere is impregnated with tension and a desire for power, either to remain in government or to take over government. To the youth, my advice is for you to be extra careful with your own lives, especially during campaign times like this. The recklessness must stop. The reckless use of motorbikes is one big issue we should be very careful about. You know that this can cost your life or the lives of other innocent people. If you don't care about yourself, think about your wife, a child or children who you will be leaving behind in this wicked world. Please let us all be mindful that we need each other in this democratic dispensation for the development of our country. And for the rest of us here, let us all refrain from what can create a problem to disrupt this election by living like brothers and sisters of one great and special Navrongo and Ghana. This is the only one place that we have, and we should not joke with it. If you cannot add to its development, please don't destroy it. Let not politics or any other thing destroy what we have as a people. So, in whatever we do, before, during, or after the election, let us always put God into the picture. After all, it is said that it is God who chooses leaders. Your Excellency, I heard from the airwaves a number of things outlined for you to do during this business. I'll end my submission here by expressing my most sincere wish to you that the reasons outlined for this business will bear the needed and necessary fruits and bring us closer together as one people with a common destiny. I wish Your Excellency a very happy visit. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, we would like to call on the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, Al-Hadi, to come over to the Overlord for his blessings, before if he has anything to say.
Come away! Venga.
The paramount chief of Navrongo Palace area, the regional chiefs of the Navrongo Palace area, the sub-chiefs and elders, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party and his entourage, the teaming members of the NPP in Navrongo Central constituency, permit me to speak in my local language because on 7th January 2025, I'll be representing you in Parliament, inshallah. Royal Highness, Asapari, non, la jambe pas sur la télé pour Bordeaux. Non, pour tout, mais il va government sang tout. Pour la seconde tout. Na political party rule. Pour la raison, nous avons un nom la president. No ubara ndelo na wati gamwani nani ngana ko fa do government ko tindi de barakiju kunudu kudipulu zem nona je yeselele yi bisape na do non on peut téléphone bon we use na bana unje le soupe ko va dire c'est pour parler. We Zoom, drone. No, we don't go back. Not we got a cat. Sit with a white man, we back to Kumu Mamaton. Who you put? What's in the day? Like King Frank Government Trento, Moon, it will not be the Pia, Moon as for him. Aux États-Unis, sont en brun d'année, on l'a sait d'abord, non, pas de papa, ça retourne alors, à la date pour tout, sur YouTube, sur au Péloco. Si il peut tout le dire, ils allaient passer pour tout côté du café. On a oui, parce qu'on est parlé. C'est au tri, mon fils, sur le parent, c'est Amanyana. On a dit, quand on se fait la pointe, on va dire, quand on se fait Bekana, Pimanis. Quand on a eu les narratifs, on a rencontré un petit coup. On a eu la question après la dernière. Il y a eu des essais. On a eu la on a tapé au Mali, on a souci au Mali, on a dit qu'on a fait c'est le caporo, sur mon monopole de l'homme, c'est le qu'il est.
So, in short, we have just heard what our parliamentary candidate, our president, incoming. For now, we are willing to take the permission from the landlord, the overlord, to introduce to you the next president, the flag bearer, the one who's coming to save us. All of us here, apart from the chiefs, cannot be upstanding and welcome the incoming president.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness, Paramount Chief of the Navrongo Traditional Area, our divisional chiefs and elders. I am so happy to be in your palace once again. I believe I'm a son of this palace, and I'm always happy to pay a visit to my father. Today, I'm here in my capacity as the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. At the time I contested to be the leader and flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, many people thought that it was not possible. They said that the MPP had never elected a northerner to lead the party. And so it will not happen. In fact, Your Majesty, you will remember that once John Mahama was in Navrongo and said that if the MPP wants the North to vote for them, then they should elect Dr. Bawumia as the flag bearer. So I'm very happy to be here as the flag bearer and presidential candidate, and therefore the North should vote for me. This election is a historic election because we have two people from the North vying to be president. So the outcome will be a Northern president. The question is the two candidates, former President Mahama and Dr. Bawumia, which of them will serve us better? That is the question. Your Majesty, we have already seen former President Mahama as president. We saw his actions and we saw his policies. We saw when he said that he was setting up the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars to develop the North. I want to know if there is any project from SADA in Navrongo. I want to know if there is any SADA project in the whole Upper East region. There isn't one project in Upper East, Upper West, Savannah, Northern or Northeast. Not one project. After hundreds of millions of dollars. They said they used the money for guinea fowl rearing, and the guinea fowls all flew to Burkina Faso. We didn't see them. Your Majesty, in the 8 years of the previous NDC government, 8 years, some 4 years and 6 months of which John Mahama was president, 8 years, they didn't complete one road in the whole of the Upper East region. One, just one, for 8 years. During his time as president, he abolished teacher training allowances. He abolished nursing training allowances. He told us he wasn't a magician to create jobs. We slept in Tumso for 4 years. And even chalk in school was a problem. Chalk was a problem. So when we went for election in 2016, we voted him out of office. He came back in 2020, he thought we had forgotten. We voted him out again. And then he's coming back in 2024, we will vote him out one more time. Your Majesty, we the MPP, we are a party of possibilities. We said that when we come to office, we will provide this country with free senior high school education. John Mahama said it was 419. He said it was not possible, and that if he had that money, he wouldn't use it for free SHS. But we said it was possible, and we implemented free SHS in our very first year. And for the last 8 years, all our parents have not paid school fees for senior high school students. And today, the number of students in senior high school in total has increased from 800,000 in 2016 to 1.4 million. That is a massive increase. And when you look at the enrollments in senior high school in Ghana, the top 5 regions, top 5 regions are the 5 northern regions. We top the country in enrollment into senior high school. It tells you that we cannot afford the fees the most, and we are therefore getting our children to enroll, and it is going to benefit us a lot. Today, when even chalk was a problem in Mahama's time, today we are providing free tablets to every senior high school student in Ghana. Free tablets, where they have their textbooks all there. Today, we have restored teacher training allowances. We have restored nursing training allowances. Today, we have brought free technical and vocational education to Ghana. We've added STEM education. Today, we've brought one village, one dam, planting for food and jobs, one constituency, one ambulance. We have brought drones to deliver medicines in our hospitals. Today, you can renew your national health insurance without going anywhere. You sit on your bed and you renew it on your mobile phone. Today we have networked, Your Majesty, all the teaching hospitals, all the regional hospitals, all the district hospitals. We have digitalized all the patient data and network. So if they refer a patient from Navrongo today to Kolebo, they don't need to take a folder. They just go with their ID number. Kolebo will enter it and they will see all their medical records. All their medical records. The Ghana card today has been registered with the International Civil Aviation Organization. Today, if you go to America, China, Saudi Arabia, Japan, UK, Cameroon, and your passport gets missing, you can take your Ghana card and board a plane and come back to Ghana. This is the benefit of digitalization. Next year, by the grace of God, when I am president, the acquisition of passports will be the easiest thing, because if you have a Ghana card, you will no longer need to apply for a passport on a form. Once you have a Ghana card, just pay the fee and we will print your passport for you. Because all the information that you need on that passport form is already on your Ghana card, with all the biometrics and your picture. So all you will need to do from next year is pay a fee and we will print your passport for you and everybody will have it. I want to be president to do many things for this country. One of my major aims is to focus on agriculture. I believe that agriculture still is the key for development. We are going to set up agricultural enclaves. The Minister of Finance announced this. Tono is going to be a beneficiary of one of the agricultural enclaves we are setting up, where we are going to see irrigation, processing facilities, and the road network. Tono is going to be a major beneficiary of the agriculture. Every region in the north is going to be an agriculture. We are going to create an agricultural enclave. In the upper east, we are creating it in the Tono area, so that we will see massive farming of rice, of maize, of soybeans, of vegetables. So and then each district we want to set up district agri-mechanization centers, so that the farmers have access to tractors and other equipment to do the farming. Your Majesty, I also want to bring in a policy to empower our chiefs in the governance of this country. For the longest time, we have kept our chiefs away, but I believe that it has been a mistake. The chiefs can help government in the governance of this country. So I want to see to the amendment of Section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act that will give more powers to our chiefs. There are so many cases that can be resolved in your palaces that don't need to go to court, that are going to court today. But to empower the chiefs, we also have to resource the chiefs. Part of the resourcing of the chiefs is paying living allowances to the chiefs. So in my manifesto, we are proposing the payment of living allowances to the chiefs, which will also mean that we are not only going to pay paramount chiefs, but we will be paying divisional chiefs and our queen mothers as well, so that we uplift the whole chieftaincy institution. Under my government, the practice of LGBTQ+ will never be tolerated. It is not, we don't agree with it, not part of our religion, not part of our culture, not part of our values. We will protect our society from such practices. I believe that we can bring down the cost of electricity. And the way I'm going to do it is to move Ghana away from a dependence on oil and gas to generate electricity to a dependence on solar power. Solar power is the way for Ghana to go. And I'm going to bring in 2,000 megawatts of solar power. And because the north will be the way we are going to do this solar power the most, because we have the sun, we have the land also. And that will bring down the cost of electricity by about 50%. And that is what we are trying to do. We want to create jobs for our youth in different areas, in agriculture, in manufacturing, in tourism, in the creative arts, in sports. We want to create jobs for our youth. And in the digital area, we want our youth to acquire digital skills. I have a program to train 1 million youth in the digital skills. And they don't have to be youth who have gone to university. Even school dropouts who can read and write, we can train them to be coders and other IT skills that they can acquire. You can sit in Navrongo and work in America, work in Japan, work in Australia, work in the UK, because you have a computer. And that is what we are going to use to find many jobs for our youth to be able to, in the digital space as well as other spaces. So, Your Majesty, these are some of the ideas that we are having, and which will be clear when my manifesto is released next month, our party's manifesto. More details will appear as far as policies across many areas. The mining area is also another place where I want to reform small-scale mining and empower the small-scale miners, help them and bring in community mining schemes that will look at their mining, set up common user facilities, and set up a minerals development bank that will finance equipment for the miners who can pay with the results of their production. So we have a lot that we want to do. In Navrongo, you have mentioned a few problems that you have. As we came in here, our incoming parliamentary candidate, Otito, had already, the incoming member of parliament, Otito, had already also informed me, even before I left Accra, about the issues. But Your Majesty, the good thing that we have right now is that government has appointed, Nana Akufo-Addo has appointed a finance minister, the first finance minister in Ghana from the northern region. He is here, Dr. Mohamed Amin Anta. He is the first, this is history. You are all looking at history. The first finance minister since independence from the northern region. That is being appointed by the NPP. He has been appointed because he's brilliant. I'm telling you, this man is just brilliant. In fact, he's too brilliant. He's too brilliant. There are many people outside Ghana who have heard about him. They want to see him. So, but he has been finance minister for less than 1 year. And we are hoping to continue. But we have come and he has whispered to me that there are 3 issues that he's going to deal with, which are problems that you have. The first is the stadium. The stadium, he has instructed the minister, the regional minister, to write to him. And the minister will write from tomorrow to him. And he's going to release the money for the contractor to come back. So I'm going to be looking forward to this stadium being finished before we vote in this election. So we should move and get it done. We should move and get it done. The second project that you have mentioned with the Minister for Finance is going to move quickly to engage the contractor and pay him to come and continue is the asphalting of the Navasco roads that you mentioned, the Navrongo Senior High School, the asphalting of the roads. He's going to, that is a contract that is being done by my 10, I hear. And so he's going to bring him back onto site immediately to continue and finish the asphalting of the road. The incoming member of parliament has also mentioned the issue of the theater in the hospital, and we are going to look at that. But I want you to know, this is the benefit of us having a minister of finance, that we can pick up the call and say, hey, we need this, and it is done. And it is done. In this election, we have a choice between John Mahama, who has been a failed president. He has failed. When he came, he failed. Versus Dr. Bawumia, who has been a very successful vice president. That is the choice that we have. But what is the case, Your Majesty? We in the north, God has given us a penalty, and the presidency is coming to the north. John Mahama can only be president for 4 years. 4, and he is gone. So if you vote for him, that's bye-bye. He doesn't even have to come back to Navrongo. That is bye-bye. 4 years. And after that, it will go to the south. It will go to the south. Before the presidency comes back to the north, it will be a very long time. There are 11 other regions in the south. All of them want the presidency. Isn't it? So, if John Mahama gets it, the north gets it for only 4 years. But if Dr. Bawumia is president, by the grace of God, our president for 8 years. 8 years. 8 years. 8 years with a finance minister from the north. The north has never had this opportunity, both president and minister of finance. What problem will you have, Your Majesty? You will call me and say, Mr. President, do this for me. Can I refuse? I cannot refuse. What can? And then I'll call the finance minister. Can he refuse? He can refuse. So God has given us a penalty. Since And he has removed the goalkeeper from the post and says we should just kick the ball and score the goal. We should just kick the ball and score the goal. This will never happen to us in the north again. This is a one-time opportunity. You vote for a president, you also have a finance minister. So the question we ask ourselves, do we want a president for 8 years or 4 years? 8 years or 4 years? 8 years or 4 years? If we want a president for 8 years, let's vote for Dr. Bawumia and Otito to come in and win. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.